What's up, guys? We're back. Long time no see. Can you see me okay? I don't know. This webcam is kind of. It's a cheap $10 webcam. It's as good as it's gonna get. So we are here. So far, we have Bon Jegli in the chat. One watching right now. That's fine. So today we're going to show Angry Lions. We decided that it was time to take on a new challenge. DUPLEXITY in a 25-man task force. How crazy is that? Like, for those of you who don't know or who have never seen DUPLEXITY, it is I can't show you right now. It's the this is Forlorn Hope, but to the right here is this new operation DUPLEXITY that was designed for 50-man teams. But as Forlorn Hope starting to become easy for 25-man teams, and DUPLEXITY turned out to be easy for 50-man teams, 25-man teams are now doing DUPLEXITY. If we look at this top team here, so if you're running Forlorn Hope and you beat it 100% and you do it for a month, you will have 36,400 force points, as this team has. That is the max amount of force points you can get doing Forlorn Hope only. But you can see the 4 teams above that, they have more than 36,400. So this team, for example, the number 1, they're doing DUPLEXITY as at 48% success rate as a 25-man. That is so crazy, and it is so difficult. This team 37,000, they have 89. Oh, okay, so they are not only doing DUPLEXITY, obviously they're mixing it up with Forlorn Hope. But we are looking at Angry Lions currently at 36,382 force points. We are doing, now this says 96%, and obviously that's because we ran a DUPLEXITY and we didn't beat it, but we got more force points than we do from Forlorn Hope. So the success rate is down. We do Forlorn Hope at 100%. Let's have a quick look here. We have Angry Lions, Angry Good Vibe, and then we have Angry Sparrows, Angry Assassins, and Angry Starfish. So we have 5 leaderboard teams right now in the Angry family. That is awesome. And they're all in good positions too. Like Starfish is at number 26. So we are going to have a look at this DUPLEXITY op. It is 4 days ago. We did this on Monday because it was Hammerman, the Hammerman Strikes Back event, which give a slightly higher intel influx into the team. So we chose to do it on that day, and we did use 30 sabotages, and somebody can figure out how much intel that is, but the last sabotage we did was 61 intel, and it starts at 3 intel and goes up by 2 every time. And we used up obviously all 25 hits, and we had Spine, Maze, Strategize, Alamo, and then Motherboard, Trinity, and Winged. That was all the bases. And normally we do these streams like we start with the easiest bases, and that's kind of hard to divide in DUPLEXITY, and especially when you have 4 double core bases and then the 3 FH bases on that appears on DUPLEXITY. They were all shields too, so it was a nasty op for sure. We have New Boy and Bomb and Jiggly in the chat right now. I forgot who you are, New Boy, which team you're on, if you're in the family. I've seen your name before, I remember that. But I'm going to start out with this last hit here. It was a farm job, and it was done by Angry Krusty, the co-leader of Angry Lions, the previous co-leader and number 2 in command of Angry Sparrows, and also the current leader of Angry Crabs, the training task force. So this guy, he went on. Sorry, I wanted to check the statues. And so this is 3 boats of Zukas, Everspark, 2 boats of Gramps, and is that three boats of Gramps? Yeah. And the GBE says 304%. We have the GBE tribe, so that's up by, is it 50%? Yeah, I think it's 50%. And also 140% troop damage. So this is a 6-4 account. We can judge that from the troop damage percent. So this is a farming hit, and the goal of this hit is to just clear as many buildings as possible, because each building is worth one force points. So we want to get as many force points as we can. We're starting off by killing the Zemo with a pixel shock on the 4 rocket launchers. And there, the Zemo goes down. And that Zemo has range, like it messes up the landing and everything. So you can't land a hero, because the Zemos shoot through smokes as well. So you can't really protect your troops from it unless you're shocking it. So we're clearing the Zemo so we can use a hero up here. And the goal here is to hack these long range defenses here. The rocket launchers and the shock launchers. So a double hack and a re-smoke. Hey Sand Shark, welcome. You're right in time. Over smoked a little bit there, but it's okay. Keep Sparky alive, because you can't do anything if she's dead. So it's better to use a little extra just to be safe. So shocking the lasers. And he was going for a triple hack here, but it didn't work because the machine guns, they killed Sparky too fast here, even though he used critters. So, and worth to mention about DUPLEXITY, normally on Fallen Hope, a shield base is usually less health and less damage than a solo base, a non-shield base. So for example, a 315, let's say Chimera, it can be 3.5 million in health, and a 315 shield base like Torrent or Mace is usually 2.2 million max. We have seen higher, but normally it's not as high as if there were no shield. But on DUPLEXITY, that is changed. Like, we have shield bases with 2 cores, and we can see 3 million on each core, almost 600,000 health on the shield generators, and the damage of all the defenses is crazy. So DUPLEXITY it's a different animal altogether. So we're gonna watch a Grens and Gramp show right now. I'm gonna speed this up. Because we're just clearing as much as we can, maybe barding something somewhere, I don't know. So if he managed to hack this rocket launcher too, okay, so the time went out. You noticed after Spark was done, he took a lot of time because he was trying to figure out, what do I do now that this rocket launcher is still there, because he didn't plan on that. That's why I think he took more time. So if he got that hack off, he could have cleared a lot, like all these machine guns, and but he got 40 force points extra. And that is awesome. Oh, we have Indigo Caraballo, aka Gurtori, and Hogan's Heroes. Welcome, guys. You're just in time. We showed one hit, and now we've shown the kind of off hit, the farm job. Started with that, so now we're gonna try and find the easiest base out of all these. And obviously, like, motherboard and winged are considered harder than mace because they're newer and messier sort of, but this mace we're going to show it last, and when I do you will understand why, because it is a show. So anyway, we're gonna find the first hit on Alamo right now. JR hit Alamo. Sorry, I should have done some work and studied broccoli. I think that's the first one. Yeah, so this is Broccoli Pie. He's a Swedish player, and he played in Swedish Royals for a little while, the old Swedish leaderboard team. And then he's played around in Angry Starfish, I think, and then he went to Angry G-Vibe, and now he's in Angry Lions. That's his journey, I think. So he's using on Alamo Everspark 2 boats of heavies, 5 boats of Zukas, and 1 boat of riflemen. I forgot to check his statues, sorry. Yeah, this is the 6-4 account too. Oh shoot, I lost the hit. Sorry guys. Far down because we did all of these sabotages too. Here it is. So 140% troop damage. That's a 4 troop damage statues. So the rest are GBE statues. So that's 6-4. Hey Cass in the YouTube chat, co-leader of Angry Lions. So we marked the shock launcher here and the 2 top rocket launchers up here. So the goal would be to hack. You can see you have extra rocket launchers here on the beach, making the landing a lot harder. So went up a bit above the shock launcher, and it was marked, so you didn't need to flare it. So because it was damaged, Everspark selected it on her own. So now the next step here, I think, is to triple hack the top rockets here. No, I did a single hack. I don't mind that, keeping it safe. Oh, so I didn't get the double hack off. Unfortunately, the machine guns and the rocket launcher down here to kill Sparky before we could get the second hack off. So that rocket launcher is still there. And if I remember correctly, it got a little bit windy on Alamo here. They used heavies therefore to distract the rocket launchers, so you can land the Zukas without smoking. So that is to save GBE. Speed up to 2x for the walk here. Hit a shock mine, but it's okay. Smoke his troops up here. Oh, but he needed a shock for that rocket launcher, but because he already stretched his GBE so much he couldn't afford the shock, and he wouldn't have needed a shock if he managed to get the hack off. But it's a little bit of a semi-breezy over there. He did a lot of work, so it's not a total breezy, but a little bit windy. I think the next hit here is JR. I'm gonna double check here. So Broccoli on Alamo, and the strategy wing, Trinity. Yeah, so JR is next up on Alamo. JR, he's been in the family for a long time. He's from Belgium, and he's been around the training task forces as a trainer for a very long time. He used to be in Angry Zebras. I don't think he was the leader, but definitely a co-leader in Angry Zebras, one of the training teams. But now he is focusing on the top tier play here, and is currently in Angry Lions and also Angry Monkeys, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're gonna hack that remaining rocket launcher up top, and he flared Sparky up there. I'm not sure why. Oh, okay, I see. So he's double hacking the machine gun and the rocket launcher. This machine gun he hacked is the... When you're free sniping from around this area, that machine gun is the furthest away and will be cleared last. So by hacking it, he cleared it first, making it easier for the finishing hit. Speeding it up a little bit on the walk here. And he flared directly above the rocket launchers here. Trying to bar out the mortar. But they didn't quite get it, but it's gone now. And I think he should have marked the rocket launcher, because now the Zookas are targeting everything that is damaged instead of the rocket launchers here. So it looks kind of, he did nothing, but he cleared a lot of defenses, but not the ones we needed, unfortunately. So we needed these rocket launchers. So it got a little bit windy again here. Hello J-Train, welcome. So even though all of these players are absolute beasts, they're monsters at this game, we're still humans, every one of us. So it's only natural we mess up from time to time, especially when the pressure is high. And when you roll DUPLEXITY as a 25-man team, you're never ever gonna find an easy op. Every op is going to be so tight, like every hit counts. So the next one on Alamo here is Amit Shmuel. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Amit. He's used to play in G-Vibe. I know. I think he still does, and he's also in Lions now. So he's running. So you can see here, 164% troop damage. So that is 5 troop damage. So this is a 5/5 account, and he's using all Zookas and Everspark on this. And this is an attempt to finish from this state. He did a tremendous effort, because this is not an easy finish by any means. He's going up there into the safe zone of the... No, he's flying above. Okay, so we're gonna pay attention to the rocket launchers on the right side here, because they have a little bit of range. Oh, and he threw two smokes up here between these boom cannons. That was a mistake. They were meant to be critters. They messed up a little bit. Now he's lost a lot of Zukas up at this point. Even though boom cannons are single target defenses, if you see boom cannons in large numbers, you gotta find some way to distract or even shock them, because they will kill a lot of girls. Now we wanted to kill this boom cannon that has a bit of range, but then these rocket launchers came into range, so it didn't quite work out as he wanted it to. Well, if anything, it's set up for a real easy finish now. And the finisher here is Gurtori, currently in the chat. Hogan's Heroes is saying it's good to see that it's not just my hits that are windy. And yeah, for sure, when the players you look up to and you see that they are human too, it gives some sort of comfort, you know, because even though they're really good, they can still mess up. So this is pretty much a walk-up finish here. Clear the boom cannon, flamethrowers, maybe the shields. Oh, so he flared back and he wants the Zukas to target the core, but they keep going for the shield. No, we want to get the shields. No, he kind of gave up. Okay, get the shields. And that's it. That's it. And pop goes Alamo down in 4 hits. So next I'm gonna do strategize here. So that's 1 hit on strategize. I apologize again that I didn't do any research and studied beforehand where all the hits are in the list here, but you get to enjoy me scrolling. Okay, so the first hit here is Long Van. This is Lou. Lou is also the leader of Angry G Vibe, Angry Good Vibe, the team that is considered to be 1 tier below Lions, I believe, in sort of the Angry Family ladder. So they are a really good team, and to be a leader of that team, you have to be really good yourself, at least in my opinion. So he's using what's this? It's six boats of Zukas, 2 boats of Grams and Bullet, and this is 6-4 account. Let's create some mines over here. Lou won, exactly, Cass. So we had another Lou for a little while. I don't know if he's still there. So another player joined, also named Lou. So obviously he's gonna be Lou too. He's regrouping down low here and he's dropping bullet, a gap smoke, and like that. And there's a level 21 mine, good. And you can see he flares beside the damage amp here. And the gold now. There's a shock bullet in the middle there, and put the Zugas slightly below. And when bullet is in this position, you will see he taunts all the rocket launchers. The Zuga sits safely, and he also placed the troops in such a way that the top rocket launchers here they would target bullet and not Zugas, even though they are not taunted. So now we wanna just clear all these rocket launchers, keep taunting. But taunting is tricky when you have a shock launcher in range, because the cycle goes that taunt is 8 seconds and the shock duration is 5 seconds, I believe. So it doesn't quite add up. So you need to be sure to re-taunt in time, or else all your troops will die. But now he needs to flare. There it is. And taunt one more time. No. Oh, you see, it was a little bit late on the taunt because the bullet was shocked, so he couldn't taunt even if he wanted to. So you got everything but one rocket launcher, and we also wanted the mortar. But it's still a really good job from Lou here. Hey, we have EK Knall in the chat, the co-leader of Angry Lions, co-leader of Angry Monkeys, and I don't know, still leader of Angry Pitbulls, I think. So that was Lou on Strategize, and the next hit, Long Van here, Strategize. Yep, it's gonna be Ruya, and he's a German player, and that U with 2 dots is pronounced a different way. Can't quite do it. Ruya, I don't know. This is also a 6-4 account, and he's using 3 boats of Gramps, 1 boat of Riflemen, 1 boat of Cryoneers, and 3 boats of Zukas and Everspark. Almost the entire troop pool here. He's going to try to clear this up. Obviously, when you clear the right side like this, you're going for a free snipe. Now the first step here, yeah, hack the rocket launchers on the left side that has range on the right side. There's flaring Sparky up in the middle there, and that is because he wants to be in the blind zone of all of these rocket launchers. Because I can tell you why. So he's doing a double hack and a resmoke. And when you do that, obviously you're gonna lose the delay because Sparky is exposed. And if you're in range of rocket launchers and you have lost the delay and trying to hack again, the rocket launcher will fire immediately. So this is sort of a safety precaution. So he's parking Sparky in the middle here, so that all the rocket launchers are out of the picture, so to speak. They did 2 double hacks, botting out the mortar, dropping Gramps on the beach, bombardiers, to pick up GBE to start with. Okay, now it's going. Yeah, so the Riflemen will act as a meat shield for all these boom cannons, and the boom surprise. And Cryoneers slows the cannons down. So there's a thought to everything here. So Riflemen are for protection of the Zugas and the Gramps, and the Cryoneers help protect the Riflemen by slowing down defenses, so the Riflemen die slower. Sand Chick Glamic Girl, who are you, my friend? Welcome to the stream. So he's cleared the boom cannons and the shields. And also he boarded the rocket launcher that was around this area here. I missed that. I was boarding even more here. Yeah, the doom cannon, that is in a nasty spot, because you're free sniping from where these sniper towers are, to stay out of the top stuff here and the shock launchers. But this doom cannon is not normally there, so we need to handle it somehow. So obviously it's a prototype defense, so it's going to be higher health, but you can share the boarding between 2 hits and get it down easily. Parrots and hedgehogs. All right, an up and coming beast for sure. This is going pretty slow here. Now these grams can pretty much outrange everything here. Alright, so we're done. We have, in 2 hits, we have cleared the entire right side and most of the defenses around the core, the rocket launchers on the left. So we're gonna see what's next on the list here. I think it's the finish. Jesus. Roya down here on strategize, wing Trinity, wing Trinity, an Alamo motherboard. Yep, it is the finish. There it is, God Z. This is Remy, and I remember him. He came to the Engel family and he started out in Wolves, and we were like, okay, so Wolves is obviously too low for this guy. And he came to Sparrows, and I think he lasted in Sparrows for like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that before Lions called him up, because that's how good he was. So this is he is an absolute beast. Knall, I started off with a farm hit on Spine, and then I did Alamo, and now we're doing strategize. So we have still a long way to go here. Lots of beastly hits to show. So the finish here is done by all boats of Gramps and Everspark. And we're gonna pause this for a bit, because I was online for a bit of this discussion here, and Knall can clarify, but the discussion was because this boom cannon up here is at 12 o'clock of the core is going to be in range of the Gramps, and also this doom cannon is. So the discussion was like, how do we deal with this in the most effective way? Because one option is to just bar out the doom cannon, obviously, and park all the Gramps here and just shock on the boom cannon, or you can hack the boom cannon before dropping the troops. But hacking also takes time, and you need time to be able to finish a high health shield like this. Hi, Angry Family. How are you? That's DP, the leader of Angry Monkeys. I think we settle here with hacking the boom cannon. He's barding the doom cannon while walking, because if you do it before dropping troops, you lose time. So start to walk first, and then you can bard. That way you're doing 2 things simultaneously, and you will save time. So we're hacking the boom cannon. There we go. Resmoked. Oh, didn't quite work. The rocket launchers did too much damage here. I think the mortars fired too, and they have a damage amp on them. We're dropping 8 boats of Gramps. We need to kill a couple of these snipers, I think. Boarding some mines. killed one sniper tower. That's all we need. I hope. Yeah. Obviously, we saw a blue tab on this, so it's gonna go down. Forgot to check the stat used on this account. So yeah, it's grams are so hard to see. Like if it's a lone gramp, like they are the same color as broken defenses. They camouflage really well. Really hard to see. Hammer FN. We are doing DUPLEXITY right now here. So Knall is explaining a little bit. Barding the Doom Cannon was always the plan, but then there were a discussion whether you should hack the Boom Cannon first or bring Sparky up with the troops and clear through and then hack the Boom Cannon, like after the other defenses were cleared. And we were debating also whether 6-4 or 5-5 should do the hit. So Jan here. So this is going down. I want to see how much time he used. After this, I'm gonna check his status. So Knall said it was 5-5. So that's it. Free snipe from the 3 o'clock corner. 270, 168% troop damage. So that's a 5-5. I'm just gonna check. 4 minutes and 1 second. So you're given 4 minutes each hit, and the timers always include all the buildings exploding after the core. So maybe it was done in 3 minutes and 45 seconds or something like that. So he used almost the whole hit. So it's got a little bit tight there. Yeah, clearing with grams is harder because they spread all over the place and get into range. So now we are not going to do maze just yet. We're going to do Trinity next. So now we're in the DUPLEXITY maps, and I'm not all that experienced in DUPLEXITY and don't know all the standard strategies and stuff like that. So me commenting too much on here could maybe be misleading. But anyway, this is TBSC, a long-time co-leader of Engel Lions. 1312 victory points. That's crazy. But this is a 6-4 account and it's using Everspark and old Zukas. So let's just pause this for a second here and look at this base in case you have never seen it before. So we have 2 cores up front with high health shields. The shield generators are way up in the back here. So obviously getting the shields is going to be a real pain. So the usual plan here is to free snipe the cores, the front cores. There are no back cores, but the cores. The cores are up front. So you clear some stuff in behind here. And hang on rocket launchers that are in range, and then you can free snipe the cores. So this is not considered of the DX bases. It's definitely not considered the hardest one, but obviously it's not going to be easy. I know that these boom cannons back here, they are normally Simos. 4 Simos. And Simos are nasty because you can't smoke your troops to protect from them. So hacking is normally extremely difficult. And also there are usually, whereas Everspark is right now, there are usually 4 Simos on that side as well. So hacking is definitely a challenge on DUPLEXITY. Like there are extra parameters to consider. But TB here, he did a double hack and a resmoke. As you saw, he threw a shock here, and that is because of the laser. He lost by doing a double hack and then resmoking. He lost the delay on the laser, and lasers with lost delay they fire immediately. Sorry, I didn't see here what kind of defense was up here. Maybe mortar or something. Something we needed to hack. Now he's going left. I remember now what happened. You see this Flotsam cannon? He forgot he needed to smoke he needed another smoke here. So he lost a lot of girls. Oh, so painful. But he cleared the microwaver. And microwavers also, they ignore smokes because they have like a burning electromagnetic field or something like not electromagnetic, but radiation, something like that. So smokes don't matter. It's just an energy field that eradicates your troops like that. So you need to shock them. That's the only way you're getting past them. Or you can walk around them. Yeah, but if you need to go, if you have them in your path, the only way you can stay alive is to shock. Why am I showing this in 1x? So he's just free sniping this core right now. I think this is usually a grappler, so and you have Simos where the statue is. This free snipe, this free snipe is a lot more friendlier than it usually is on DUPLEXITY. Jatron is saying, or you can use non-squishy troops. Squishy Zukas, yeah, that's funny. Sandshark is saying the tanks are great for this map. So these guys are trying to troll you guys while I'm trying to teach. And yeah, so that was the first hit on Trinity TB here. The next hit is Knall More. And we already introduced Knall. So he's using 6 GBE 4 troop damage, yep. And the 6 boats of Zukas and 2 Grens and Everspark. So now we're going to work on the right side, create some mines, and when you're hacking you don't have to worry about marking prototype defenses because Sparky can't hack them whatsoever. So it doesn't matter if they're marked. I don't know if he was trying to do a double hack here, and if he smoked too early, I don't know. He's using some critters, but they all died to the mines, so it's useless. Now he double hack. No, that was a single hack. Okay. Now it's flaring up. Did it lose the delay on the laser? Yeah, I think it did with the critters. Obviously on this hack. Double hack and shocked the lasers with lost delay. So now all the rocket launchers we need are gone. That one is not in range. So we're free sniping from below here on the beach. Oh, he fooled me. He's going left. Oh yeah, I know. So using 6 boats of Zukas on the left here to bring down this core. There we go. Those Zukas are there, and we need to wait now for this flare to expire. And when the flare expires, these Zukas will stay here, and we can drop some other troops. Yep, we're dropping 2 boats for Grens. And now what happened was the Grens are targeting this microwaver, and that's not what you want. You want to target the core, because you can see here the Grens are doing damage, all their damage behind this microwaver. So when you get them to target the core, they will damage this first boom cannon. We want to be gone because it had a range on Zamzukas for the free snipe. But flare the core, says somebody, maybe, but you can't, because if you flare somewhere, these Zukas will walk towards the flare and they will not free snipe that core anymore. So he can't flare. So it's just gonna watch the Grens try to kill the microwaver instead of the boom cannon that you want. So I'm gonna speed this up now. So now he flared the core when he had about a minute left, because he figured he wouldn't kill the left core. So it was worth more to try and kill the boom cannon behind here. So he got the boom cannon. That's really good. At the last second, it looks like. Good job, Knall. That's the second hit on Trinity. Knall more, and then we have the finish. And this is the Lady DP. So now 214%. That's 6 troop damage with not all statues perfect, and 4 GBE, 3 Gramps, and 7 Bozuzukas and Cavan. So we're using a high troop damage account now, because we need to take down both cores. Alright, the right core here has a lot of health still. I don't know how much the shield was. It 70 even? Oh wow, yeah, it was 77 troop damage and 3 GBE. Alright, yeah, because 6 troop damage is around 194%. So 7 troop damage using 2 Zukas to take down, like, I don't know, 5 million on the left side, 7 million maybe, I don't know. And Grams here to kill the Flotsam, because this Flotsam has range, and Flotsams also have they have splash damage. So right core 22.7 million or so, and left core 7 million or so. So 2 bows are gonna take down 7 million. It looks like 4 Zukas, but it can't be. It must be grouped up. So now kill the Flotsam, 2 Flotsams, and dropping Zukas, and dropped Cavan and using second wind, because we will revive any Zuka losses and also spawn a lot of riflemen, and riflemen in large numbers, they do damage as well. So now we're not doing anything more on this hit, we're just waiting. I'm gonna find my mouse pointer here, I'm gonna speed this up. There we go. We can see now as the left core goes down, the Zukas will spread out. We see that, yeah, way more than 4 Zukas. We're just really clumped up there. There we go. You can see when the core popped, it was around. We got 1 medkit on each core. Just want to see how much time it took. That's the 3 minutes 53 minus 24 seconds, so 3.5 minutes to get that down with a 7 troop damage account. Hey Papucho, welcome. So that's Trinity down in 3 hits. It was an easier Trinity than normal, but still, doing it in 3 is awesome. So the next base I want to show you guys is Winged. And it starts down here, the first hit of the op. This is a moon. aka Battle Hardened, and I think he plays in every leaderboard team everywhere. Like, I don't know. He's a usually a quiet guy, so unfortunately I don't know that much about him. I know for a fact that he is an absolute monster at any hit he does. Seeing him breezy is so rare. And this is a 5-5 account. I'm using all Zukas and Everspark to open up Winged. And we're gonna pause this for a second here in case you've never seen what Winged looks like. You have two cores like on top of each other here, and two sets of shields attached to each core. I'm not gonna say anything. We will see what happens here. Okay, so he's starting off on the left here. So on the left side is a normal shield generator rush, like on Humble Pie or Maze. Just need to kill the shields. And also there's like 10 sets of barbed wire here. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of barbed wire. So normally you can walk through 1 or 2, but you cannot walk through 6 without losing troops. You need a med kit. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks. Still got, but he getting these shields down easily here at the last second. Wow. And he still has Everspark, so he's gonna hack some stuff too. He hacked the shock launcher. Well, yeah, this rocket launcher is usually barded out. So on the opening hit he got 4 shields, he did a hack, and he started the barding of this rocket launcher. So barding that rocket launcher is it's shared between the hits to make it more GB effective. Right? No, sorry, DP. It sounded like I said that this was a breezy, but I didn't mean it that way. Like, I meant to explain how insanely good the player is. Like, he rarely ever breezes. That was a really good hit. The next here is Black Dragon, and that is Emancipy. And Emancipy also plays in Monkeys. I think he went through Assassins to get Alliance, but I'm not 100% sure. This is a 6-4 account and using 2 bottles of Grens, 6 Zukas, and Everspark. So the next step here would be to clear around the bottom core here, like this area here is usually cleared out, so you can use Grens. Normally there are 3 shock blasters just above this core, exactly like on the top core, but they're not here today. That makes stuff a little bit easier. Now it's hacking a shock launcher and a rocket launcher. And that is to make the remaining defenses here 3 rocket launcher and the laser beams. They are 1 easy shock now. So by hacking there, he saves GBE for the rest of the hit. And he also hacked the top shock launcher, but this shock launcher didn't quite die, unfortunately. These Zimos were not in range. There's not enough damage around. So it ended up being not reducing the shock. But a player of this caliber, he knows that, okay, so still gotta continue my hit. I can't just give up, you know. So what you do, you use 2 shocks instead of 1. And you start clearing. There we go, 2 shocks. And he's throwing Bard on the shock launcher. Yeah, it died, so that's good, I guess. But maybe he should have just shocked again. I'm not sure what would have been best here. Now just using some Grens here. The goal was to make this area completely clear and to use Grens up on the core. You flare the microwavers to kill the Zimos behind. That's the goal of Grens here. But he did some work, got some hacks off and cleared some defenses. It's easier now for the next hitter, so it's not a total waste. That was the second hit on Winged. That was Black Dragon, aka Emancipy, and now the next hit is June Bullet plus FS Lover. June Bullet plus FS Lover. So this guy is June 8. He's a co-leader in Sparrows. He used to be a co-leader in Crabs for a little while. He plays in Lions. I don't think he plays in Monkeys, but he's all over the place. And is an extremely good player, and he loves bullet and grabs and free snipes, but he's using neither on this hit now. He's using Evispark, 3 Zookas and 5 Grens. Let's watch. Oh, so we have Romeo and Jojo joined us. Welcome, my friends. Yeah, watch this. I think I know what's gonna happen here. They're dropping Evispark and through 2 smokes, and the grapplers grab Evispark and he shocked the Zimos just in time. Now we can double hack. Oh man, that is so cool. It's so hard to do. I managed it today in Monkeys for the first time. I tried like 4 or 5 times. It's really hard to do. I think it was June's first try too, and he's a beast, so he pulled it off. Then we're gonna finish off the clearing here. Now it's just 1 shock on the lasers. He's using 3 Zookas. Oh no. I think he forgot to bar the rocket launchers, or he accidentally flared too high. But he got the lasers. He's gonna get the sniper too, I think. There's like 3 Zookas left. He got what he needed to get, but I don't think it was intended for this rocket launchers to fire. He still hasn't barded it out, so he's still like, okay, the rocket launcher fired, what do I do? And he forgets about it again. And now it's gonna fire again here. Now he remembers. Shit! The rocket launcher! There it goes. Roya in the chat. Roya, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. So now, you see, he flared the microwaver, and by doing that, the Grens do more damage behind their target. So So he's gonna do damage to this Simo, and that is the goal. Because we're rushing the top core from this area. And these Simos are a pain, they will kill Brick and a lot of Zugas. So we need them gone. And the most effective way to do it is to use the Gren Overthrow. The Simos are usually extremely high health, so you can't really BART them out most of the times. And now he needs to flare the other Waver. I think he wants this one to die. It will die soon. There it goes, and it flares the other Waver. And it did half damage on the other Simo, but that's okay because the next hit can use like one boat of Gramps at the end of their hit. So June did really good on, I think that might have been his first hit on Winged ever, I'm not sure. That's how good he is. So where was this hit? That's Junaid, and the next hit is yeah, it's Cass. He was in the chat. I don't know if he left. So Cass is a co-leader in Angry Lions. Unfortunately, that's actually all I know. This is 6 GB for to damage 6 boats of Zukas, 2 boats of Grants, and Brick. So what I'm thinking here is we're gonna use 6 boats of Zukas and Brick for the top shields, do a rush on them. Yeah, there is Cass in the chat, hitting right now on the stream. Well, it's not hitting right now, it's a replay, but you know what I mean. Sneaking past the barbed wire here. Now, the first obstacle we have to worry about is this grappler here. And there we go, perfect smoke. Gapping, wow, I love that. It's this little gap that doesn't leave enough time for the grappler to actually target onto something. And we're flying all the way up to the corner here. And we're gonna flare over near the shields. He threw that smoke a little bit lower because you see the Zuka is always cut low here. Using 3 shocks, and with Brick this is a rather easy rush on the shields, so he got them down effectively, I would say. So this is Cass's first time ever hitting those shields. That's really good because especially that part when you walked, when you turn left and you threw that smoke lower, that was brilliant. And now he's using 2 grants to try and get the Simo here. And he will get it, absolutely. And he got the mortar too beside it, and that's good. So now these 3 defenses are 1 shock for the rush, and these 3 defenses are 1 shock for the rush. And he's boarding out another mortar just because he had GBE and didn't know what to do with it. Board anything. Just pounding the core now. So now the idea here is to free snipe the bottom core And when the shield pops, so the shield generators here pops too, and then you will get 8 times 3 GBE. That's 32 extra GBE. No, 24 extra GBE that you gain, and you can use for an extra shock. And then you rush from between these defenses here at 6 o'clock with critters and shocks. So this is normally a finish from here. It's quite a beautiful hit. So we will see what I think it was to finish next, because I remember this was a 5-hit winged. Yeah, so that was Cass we just watched, and the next hit here is Smokey Z, and this is Remy again doing this hit. All Zukas and Brick. Sorry, I forgot to check the statues. There we go. So 168% troop damage. So this is a 5/5 account. You will see here what I mean. Creating those mines. I'm not sure I needed to do that, but best be safe, I guess. It's dropping all the troops here. The med kit. Now this is a free snipe on this bottom core. It's not doing anything else. Speed is up. So as the core pops, he flares back down to gain control of the Zukas. Because when they kill a target, it will start spreading out, and there's nothing in range here. Like normally when a core pops, the hit just stops. But it doesn't here, because there's another core. So the hit doesn't stop after the core is down, so he needs to stay focused, keep control of his Zukas. And he's got Brick perfectly in between the Simo ranges here. That's what's that? 4 shocks and critters on the core. Look at this rush. It's stunning. It's like almost like a Fang rush, but like it's quite a kind of the same theory like on the Fang rush. It's really pretty one to rush. So he got it down. 2 cores in 1 hit. No medkits though, or maybe he did and I missed it. Alright, so that is that was winged down in 5 hits. That is awesome. Hey John Wayne, welcome. Philip Friesen or Friesen. Yeah, superb finish. So the next base we're gonna show is motherboard. So we had motherboard closed for a really long time because we wanted to sabotage it as much as possible before we opened it. So we opened the motherboard at here it is, J-Train. Yeah, I remembered. Me and J-Train we discussed this for a long time. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 hours, or not just me and J-Train, like the whole team, DP. And so J-Train here is using 7 GBE and 3 troop damage 1 bow rifles, 7 bow bazookas, and Everspark. And let me pause for a bit, have a look at this base. We have 2 cores in the middle. Everything's set up in a square, like a motherboard. We managed to sabotage a shield behind this left core here, or the bottom core. That helps a lot. Now let's watch what it does here. The general strategy is to do hacks so that you can clear the beach, but also reduce shocks with the hacks. We have Zimmos in play here. Normally this is a laser, but it's not this time. That helps a lot. But we have a laser up here, and shock blaster here, also nasty for hacks. And you can see he flared onto the power cell, and when you do that, you get a much more controlled walk with Sparky, and you can tell exactly where she will stop. So now let's see. It does a double hack and resmoke, and that resmoke was pristine. It was, the timing was so good. And now he flares up a little bit because he wants Sparky in the right sort of path here. He's gonna hack this mortar that has range on the area below the cells here, because that's where you're rushing from by hacking that mortar. Oh, jeez, what happened here? He was supposed to mark the rocket launcher, but it was too late. So by the time he did a second hack, Sparky hacked the mortar instead of the rocket launcher. But he was so quick thinking, he realized, oh shit, she's hacking the wrong defense. So he pressed the hack button again, and he got a triple hack off. Ooh, that's quick thinking, like insane. Evil Beaver, welcome my friend. We have Mark Den Hartog. I don't know who you are, but you are welcome. And then and then I sat there. Yeah, and then he sat there like, okay, I have all these things planned, but I used the 5th hack that cost like 40 GBE. So I lost a lot of GBE here. But now we need to clear this rocket launcher. So far he's cleared 4 rocket launchers and 2 mortars. And now rifles and more Zookas. The goal is to get the Doom Cannon. I think he was planning to shock at least something here, either the Doom Cannon or the Shock Blaster, but he's all out of GPE now because he used the 5th hack. So there we are, and this Doom Cannon is really low health. I think it was 20,000 or something like that. This couldn't be barded. And the idea here was he was gonna clear some mines here and mark some rocket launchers, but it didn't happen because he messed up a little bit. It was too late to mark. Oh, we have. Oh, Cass is hidden knife. Sorry, guys. We gotta see if he embarrasses himself here. Do maze. Oh really, we went with the free snipe on maze. What's happening here? This is a live hit going on right now in Angry Lions. Of course we have to watch that. I'm guessing he meant to clear more things here than he did. Yikes. Is he barding? Okay, so there's not much more going on there. create some more defenses. All right, let's move on here. So the next hit on motherboard is yours truly, me, and I am using one boat of rifles, one boat of Zugas, and 6 boats of Gramps and Everspark. Also 7-3 account, 7 GBE, 3 troop damage. And I always feel super weird like narrating my own hit. I'm clearing some mines, I'm marking a rocket launcher. And I flare this flamethrower because I know exactly where Sparky will walk, and I know she will stop right there. Actually in the blind spot of this machine gun. And we have a microwaver to watch here. We don't want Sparky to walk into range of this microwaver. And I flared up a little bit because I was afraid that if I flare onto this rocket launcher from down here, Sparky might go up a little bit weird and go into microwave range. So I flared her up into a safe position. And I'm flaring on the flamethrower up there because I want this exact path here. And she stops there, and this laser has no more delay, so I need to shock it. And there we go, 4 hacks. And that shock launcher, it saves the shock for the shield gen rushes and the core rushes. That's why I hacked that one. Now we need to kill this. I did the calculations, and this is much cheaper than boarding because it's free to land your troops. I throw it pretty low, because when I throw it low it distracts the defenses also, as well as it runs up and kill the mines. Now I'm shocking the mortar and the shock blaster. Frame the shock blaster because that's absolutely has to go before I can do anything else. And then I'm flaring away out of the sniper tower range. And now we can just let our Gramps do work here. And we are, I don't remember. I think I was boarding this shield. Sometimes you board out these top defenses, but you also have this one in range, so it didn't make sense today. You can shock these 3 rocket launchers together, but boarding them out would be messy. But in 2 hits we got the hacks we needed, and we got all of the beach cleared. So J-Train is saying when he was late on the artillery, he didn't aim it properly, so he marked the mortar as well. That's what happened there. That's why he hacked the mortar by accident. Perfect patting and hacking. Thank you, J-Train. Thank you. I love motherboard because I love the tricky hacking, and that's I think that's really so much fun. I'll use my extra GBE on the shield generators to help the next hitter. And now it's ready for shields. The next step here is to get the shields. And the one taking on that challenge was this boy over here, jmbblelite.com. That is Jose, aka Angry Pablo Picasso. as Crazy Turtle used to say. He's using 6 GBE 4 troop damage and all Zukas and brick. This is a pure power. We need burst damage on this hit. The Jatrin agrees with me. The hacking hits are the most fun. He's using a extra smoke on the right here, and that is to have critters for this this shock blaster here. Now we need to rush the shields. And if I'm not mistaken, shield with like 500,000 health or something stupid like that. Something happened. Oh, he didn't get the shock up top. He didn't get this rocket launcher. But you can see what happened here. It was... Sorry guys, it was perfectly possible to rush all 3 shields. But unfortunately it didn't happen today. But the hit, like the timing of everything, the path, the timing of the shocks, is all timing of the reflares. Like this player is so beastly. It's hard to find a comparison. He used to play in Angry Turtles, the old 25-man, so he's actually used to doing 25-man DX. Next hitter here is VVM. This player goes by the name V, simply. 5 GBE, 5 troop damage, all Zugas and brick. So next up is core rushes and the last shield. You can see the health here on the shield base is 1095%. That is extreme. What's that? 2.4 million on each core. Oof. Okay, so DP is saying it was 400-ish on the shields. I've seen shields on this base being close to 600,000 each. It's just nuts. He's rushing 1 core. And he said something after his hit, like his flare was early or something went wrong. But obviously he can't rush 2.4 million and then try to get a shield, so he had to make sure he got the shield. That was the first rush on motherboard. The next one is the lady DP. Sorry, I forgot to check the statues here. 6 GBE 4 troop damage. Because we discussed this and it was going to be 2 hits either way. There's no way we could have finished it. That's 6 shocks. If I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 shocks. So if you used like a 3-7 account, 7 troop damage, you wouldn't have enough GBE to do all the shocks. Still, it would have been hard. It's like 700,000 on this core and 2.3 million on this core. So it's a total of over 3 million health we need to get down here. But we can get this first core down, and then we can flare on the second core and do as much damage as we can on it. And we did, got almost half, so that's really good. And the next one is gonna be the finish by Big W, the leader of Angry Lions. Forgetting again to check the statues, but 6-4 I would guess. Yep, 6-4, and all Zookas and brick. Flaring in closer to the bottom core here. The same 6 shocks. Good. I think this rocket launcher was borderline. She used critters for it, or some Zookas peeked into range. It fired, I saw. But we got motherboard down in 6 hits, and that is an awesome job, I think. And now, guys, for the finish, we have the last Forlorn Hope base, and it is Maze. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna scroll through everything here. I'm gonna find the hits on Maze. I know how many hits it was, but where's the first hit? Here. So Romeo did the first hit, and then Test did the second hit, and then the finish. So these guys, they got Maze down in 3 hits. Maze in 3 hits. That is, it's not unheard of, but it's so rare. Like beasts. I got lost here. There it is. Romeo on Maze. He's using Bullet, 4 boats of Zookas and 4 boats of Grams. And seeing Romeo hit without Grams is a rare sight. He loves Grams more than anything. He said to me it's the reason he still plays the game, is Grams. That's all good. I respect that. 6 GBE, 4 troop damage. Let's watch. Gonna look at the layout. First off, these machine guns, and these machine guns are normally rocket launchers, so right at the start you can see that it's not a normal Maze layout, of course, because a normal layout you wouldn't get it in 3 hits. But other than that, it looks no lasers done here. As you can see, some extra machine guns up here. Like, it's not all that easy, this layout. But we shall look at it. He's using a flare here, and then he's waiting, and there's a reason for that. Now he's smoking, and he's flaring Bullet up there. And the idea here is to have Bullet sit here and let the flare run out. Now he's taunting, and he can drop the Zookas without having them walk towards the flare. But something happened. They walked straight up here. They didn't walk to the flags. I'm guessing it was like a microsecond left on the flare, something like that. That will cause them to stop walking towards the flare. So, I remember something happening here. Flared the shock blaster a little bit early, and the Zookas, one tiny Zooka spreads out into the laser range, and the laser beam rips through all of Izuka. So obviously that was not intended. But he still has a lot of troops left, and Bullet has all his health left here. So now it flares onto the mortar, because that's what we want to kill. We can't just wait and clear through, because one, it will take a lot of time, and also we need to save all these cells for the rush. Regrouping, and he's flaring up here. He's going up. Now just clearing as much as you can. Keep shocking the laser. Normally there are rocket launchers here, and that's what makes this more of a pain. So the idea we had here was to free snipe the shields with Gramps, I think. Romeo can he can confirm. There's one Gramp left here. I'm gonna kill the sniper. Maybe no, not this one. Not enough time left. So he cleared all the beat shock blaster, the left side, and most of the top here on the first hit. So the next hit is a quiet test. That is test. It used to be part of DACH, and also the revival of that team, Be Quiet. So that's where he got the quiet part of his name from. It's a German player. He is an absolute beast, like everyone else on this team. So we're gonna kill the right shields here. Messed up a little bit on landing. Landed the boat just outside of the smoke. So this is a standard shield gen rush on the right side here. So covered everything with 5 shocks. Like you can see, he did not shock this last laser here, because it's not in range. They got all the shields. Now he's dropping Gramps on the left here to try and continue the clearing by the left shield. So when you're on this team and you do an op like this, like, you have to stretch every hit and try to do something more, you know. But Gramps are not as obedient as other troops, so they walk into ranges here, and they lost all but one, unfortunately, to the snipers because of unlucky spread. And I was watching this hit, and I was like, okay, so as long as you get this machine gun, this will be good, you know, because that will save a shock. Because normally the next hit is gonna get these 4 shields, right? And see here where he clears the mines. It's not the normal mines. But he got the machine gun, and that was essential. Because guys, the next hit here, it's the finish. I'm just gonna leave that there. Alright? Wavi here. I don't know how long he sat, but I remember him coming online. We chatted for a little bit, and then I had to go to sleep because it was late. I have no idea, but I can imagine he sat there and he calculated and practiced shocks, and like, man, how is this gonna go? But Huawei is an absolute beast. He is the designated. Sorry guys, I need to comment on the statues used. So this is 6 GBE 4 troop damage. And now we are going to remember the number up in the left corner is 55 out of 285. That way we can now see how many cells there are. So Wavi here is going to get the 4 shields up top, and he's going to rush the core. He's used almost every second of the hit. I think he did. So obviously he knows that this is going to be a time-consuming hit, so he needs to clear the cells as quickly as possible. And the best way to do that is to flare onto a cell in the middle of everything. That way the Zookas will spread out among the cells, and they will kill the cells faster. But we don't have to really... he's used the barrage somewhere. Create some more mines, I think. So it started out at 55. I'm taking every last cell. So 55 to 140, that is 100 minus 15, so that is 85 cells, and 85 times 3 is... should be able to calculate it, but 85 times 3, that's 255 extra GBE he picked up. 255 extra on top of the 211 he already had. So 466 GB. And you can't even use the medkit here. See? There's one shock. Because there's no rocket launchers. There's one shock. And it's shocking again. And it's shocking early because you see the laser hasn't turned. It hasn't lost the delay on the lasers yet. It's getting the last shield. It didn't use battle order yet because he needed to save GBE and re-smokes. And it did not lose the delay. Now it's using medkit. Coming down here. To the standard rush bot. Seven shocks rush. Double battle orders. And boom. What a hit, guys. What a hit. all the 4 top shields and a core rush. I think that's unheard of. I really do. Like, we've seen mazes in 3, but then there's like no defenses on the left, and they do the top shields on the first hit. This man, wow. And that, guys, finishes Angry Lion's first attempt at a DUPLEXITY. And the goal was to get more than 1820 points, and we did. We got 50 more. We got 1870. So we succeeded big time, I would say, because we could just as well have lost a lot of points, like got 1500 out of this. Yeah, thank you guys, and that's it. I'm going to have another glass of wine and gonna to chillax for the rest of the evening. This was so much fun showing this to all of you, and to all of you who might watch it later. Yep, until the next time, guys, stay safe, wash your hands, stay inside if you need to, take care of yourself. Bye.